Are you ready to upgrade sewing machine for your business? There is a common trap hidden in one misleading word that costs new entrepreneurs thousands and thousands of dollars, and that word is commercial. Your sewing hobby is becoming a business, therefore you are ready to scale up, and that leads to a critical choice. Do you buy a so-called commercial machine or a true industrial model? The wrong choice costs more than money. It can actually stall your business with a machine that burns out easy, that can't handle your work, or simply overkill. This guide will break down the real differences in power, speed, cost, so you can actually invest your hard-earned dollars with much more confidence. First, the marketing terms are actually misleading for a lot of beginners. Heavy duty, commercial, industrial are used interchangeably, but they're actually not the same thing. So commercial and heavy duty almost always means a high-end home machine. They have a much stronger motors and metal frame than the actual basic, let's say $80 model from Walmart, but they are still built for hobby use. Not 8 hours daily production and hard work. On the other hand, an industrial machine, it's a different class of equipment. It's a specialized tool built for one purpose only: production and bigger scale. It's designed to run all day in a factory, in a seamstress studio, in a designer studio, and so on, performing one task with an incredible speed. So the real choice isn't truly commercial versus industrial. It's more like a high-end domestic machine versus a specialized production machine. So what's left for us to do actually? Let's compare them where it matters most. Let's take first purpose and intended use. A heavy-duty domestic, it's, let's say, a jack of all trades, right? It's perfect for hobbyists or maybe, let's say, sellers with a wide variety of products, like on Etsy, but small quantities, not a lot of orders. Its strength is actually flexibility, as we're going to learn a little bit further down. But an industrial sewing, it's a master of single stitch, typically a straight lock stitch, but flawlessly thousands and thousands of times. Their purpose is consistency and volume, not variety. So they're mainly for like a bag maker or someone that does a lot of outwear or maybe upholstery and things like that. Or maybe even a brand that does a lot of volume, even t-shirts, but a lot of volume and need the same identical stitches over and over again. Now let's talk about construction and durability. The heavy-duty commercial sewing machine could have as well a metal frame, but also includes a lot of plastic parts, because it needs not only to keep the lightweight, but also has to keep the lower cost. But with moderate use, you can easily enjoy your sewing machine for 15 years or more. Now remember, I have my Brother SE400 that I purchased about 13 years ago, and is still working, and I use that almost every day. Now, an industrial machine is engineered for extreme durability. The body and all other internal parts are actually metal. So these are built to last for decades in a factory, in a studio, and it's absolutely very common to find 30-year-old, 40-year-old models that run perfectly with a little bit of maintenance. Going back to comparing them, let's see what the speed and power is about. A domestic machine runs at 60 to maybe 1200 stitches per minute. An industrial starts around 4000 and can exceed 5500 stitches per minute. So I think you can see the difference. But it's not just speed, it's actually the piercing power. An industrial motor punches through leather, canvas, denim, any outdoor, any upholstery without stalling. Let's compare now stitch types and versatility. Very clear win. The domestic machines win by far. Some computerized models offer over 70 or more built-in stitches, something that you cannot get in an industrial sewing machine. Your standard industrial sewing machine does one thing: a perfect, strong, straight stitch. For other type of stitches, you will have to buy another specialized machine. So maybe like an industrial serger or something of this kind, depends on your needs. Now let's talk about cost. initial and let's say long-term as well. A quality heavy domestic cost anywhere between $300 to maybe up to $600-700. An entry-level industrial setup starts around $1,000 to $1,400 the lowest, while they can go up to $3,000 to $4,000. Of course, you see the difference. While the upfront cost is of course much higher, their longevity offers a better long-term value for a business. Let's talk about space and ease of setup. A domestic machine is obviously portable, it's light, so it's easy to put in a storage, take it out, put it in a cupboard, somewhere in a box, get it out and use it whenever you need a seam. On the other hand, the industrial sewing machine, it's an actual permanent feature installation. The head is mounted into a large table that houses the motor, so you need an actual dedicated space. And let's not talk about how heavy this beast is. Now, we got ourselves familiarized with who is each machine for. So let's find your profile, right? A commercial heavy-duty domestic machine is for you if you are a hobbyist or a tailor who needs versatility. You are a small-scale seller with a wide range of products, but not a lot of volume. You need a special stitch for things like quilting maybe, or decorative stitches. Portability is your main concern. Let's say you are a travel seamstress. In short, you actually value versatility and convenience. If this guide is providing clarity, please take a moment to subscribe. I create content 2 to 3 times a month to help you become a more informed sewist. Let me know in the comments what you would love to sew. An industrial sewing machine is for you if you are starting a production-focused business, you work exclusively with heavy materials like leather or canvas or upholstery. Speed is directly tied to your profile, and you demand perfect, consistent stitches every single time. In this case, you value something very specific, also power and durability. The big question is, can a beginner use an industrial sewing machine? Yes, absolutely. Of course, the biggest risk isn't an actual beginner on an industrial. It's a small business burning out a domestic machine trying to scale up. Here are a few highly rated recommended machines in each category. First, heavy-duty commercial sewing machines. Number 3, Singer Heavy-Duty 4452. It's a very budget-friendly workhorse for demanding projects. It's very sturdy and it's very, very reliable. As you can see here, not really high in price. Number 2, it's Genome HD 3000. Known for its solid build and power through layered fabrics. So if you cannot afford an industrial sewing machine yet, maybe consider this if you are into much thicker fabrics. And finally, one of my absolute favorite brands of all times, Brothers. And right here, I'm having for number 1 spot, Brothers CS7000X, a computerized option balancing very, very user-friendly features with robust performance. And as usual, Brothers never disappoints. Top value industrial machines, number 3, it's Juki DNU 1541, a walking foot machine essential for very heavy materials like leather and upholstery. Number 2, it's Brother PQ 1500 SL, a hybrid offering industrial speed with very, very user-friendly features for great, and it's absolutely perfect for quilters. And number 1, it's Juki DDL 8700, the gold standard entry-level straight stitch for any beginner sewist, known for its reliability, and I can swear by this machine. I don't think I could have purchased anything else better and stronger for my needs. Now, choosing a machine isn't truly about which one is better, but which is the right tool for your goals. In the end of the day, it's truly something so specific to you. learn your needs and try to buy something that has a little bit of future, that it offers you in a long run a lot of options, so you don't have to keep upgrading and spending more money. Do not buy a machine for the sewist you are today, but for the sewist you want to be in the next couple of years. So that way, this sewing machine, it's keeping up with you and your progress. If your future is diverse creative projects, a top-tier domestic machine is absolutely a perfect partner. But if your future is a brand and a production line and a store where you have a lot of volume, then the industrial machine isn't an expense, it's an actual necessity, and it's going to become the foundation of your workshop. As usual, happy sewing, have a great time.